Today we are taking the stereo out of a 2005 Mazda 6. We're going to start with setting the parking brake, putting the key in the ignition, and shifting to a lower gear. We're going to move back and open the center console here. This will give a little bit more clearance, and we're going to pry the cup holder assembly up from the dash and work our way back and work that up over the emergency brake. We're going to unscrew the gear shift and remove that knob and pry at the back edge of the next panel along the dash, both sides. This will release clips. All the clips release with pry pressure, and then we're going to pull this panel back from the dash up and over the gear shift. There are several connectors here. We're going to twist the lamp assemblies and release. There are two of them at the back edge of the panel. At the front edge of the panel there are also is a bulb we're going to twist and release, and then there is a trigger on the cigarette lighter that releases the panel. Next, with our screwdriver, we're going to go down below the front dash assembly and remove one screw over on the right. And move towards the left side of the panel underneath the dash and remove one screw as well. Next, we're going to take our pry bar again and grasp the bottom edge of the front panel and pry at the same time, and this is going to release the panel all the way up the dash, including the AC controls. And we're going to pull this back. The panel has to be lifted up a little bit because there is a little edge on here that'll clear the dash and so on. We're going to move this panel forward. This will bring the car stereo forward, which is attached to the front panel. We're going to take our pry bar and push down on the first trigger on the connector and release the connector. That will release the side connector, the main connector. Same with the antenna. We're just going to grasp the antenna and pull that back. This will pull the car stereo forward and allow us to get to the next connector. All these connectors have a trigger on them, and when you push this trigger down into the connector, it releases the lock. At the AC controls, we're going to push the trigger in on the first connector and release, and the next connector as well. Sometimes these triggers can be tough, so you push down on the connector. Now we have the stereo and the front dash panel removed from the dash. There are several colored screws here on the panel that we're going to remove on the side of the radio at the bracket. I'm going to turn the assembly over and remove the two front colored screws again. This will allow you to slide the stereo back out of the front panel. There's one connector at the front that attaches to the side here at the side that we had to disconnect from the edge of the panel here. This separates the front panel assembly from the car stereo, and we have this stereo in the shop today for CD changer problems, and this is how you remove the stereo from a 2005 Mazda 6. Hope this video has been helpful. Thank you for watching.